2020. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Appointments Committee meeting. Councilors present, committee members present this evening are Councilors Van Hausen, Green, Fleming, Walsh, and myself, Councilor Kushmerek. We have three items, three new appointments on the agenda with us this evening. We'll start with new appointments for the member of the Council on Aging. And we have two such individuals. The first is Ms. Bonnie Haudela for a term to expire December 31st, 2022. And we have Michelle Morin, term to expire November 1st, 2023. And we don't have Bonnie with us this evening, but we do have Michelle, who I'd like to welcome. And Michelle, if you can hear us, if you'd like to unmute your mic and your camera, and just if you'd like to introduce yourself to the committee.
Hi, thanks for having me. I appreciate the opportunity. I have a vested interest in the senior population in the city of Fitchburg, being an employee at Sterling Village Skilled Nursing and Rehabilitation. I deal with the senior population on many levels: education, life enrichment opportunities, safety. And in working with Joan Goodwin at the Fitchburg Senior Center, I think that with my background in marketing, my public relations skills, and the vast resources that I have through the network of professionals that I work with, I feel that I could lend some of my services to improve, grow, and enhance the existing council.
Wonderful. Thank you, Michelle. And we have Councilor Green, who'd just like to speak. Councilor Green.
I would like to say welcome aboard, Michelle, and to Bonnie, who probably is listening via TV. Dick, her husband, has been on the Council on Aging for a good number of years. Bonnie's been right alongside him as a volunteer at a lot of our events that the Council on Aging has had. So I look forward to welcoming Bonnie in official capacity, and also to Michelle Morin, who's been amazing already with her volunteerism at the Senior Center. So I appreciate that very much. So welcome, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you soon.
Thank you.
Michelle, I'll echo those same sentiments. You looked at your resume, and you're going to bring a wonderful skill set to the Council on Aging, and bring new skills and a new outlook, and thrilled to have you bring that experience and perspective to the body, and just thankful for your willingness to serve our city. And I agree. I think Bonnie Haudela is probably listening to us as we speak from home, and want to thank her as well for all of the continued service that she's given to this city, and thrilled to have her on the Council on Aging. And with that, I have a motion made by Councilor Fleming and seconds from Councilor Green and Walsh to approve the two new appointments of Ms. Bonnie Haudela and Ms. Michelle Morin to the Fitchburg Council on Aging. Speaking to the motion, seeing none, we'll do this by roll call vote. Councilor Van Hausen?
Yes.
Councilor Green?
Yes.
Councilor Fleming?
Yes.
Councilor Walsh?
Yes.
And I am a yes. It is unanimous. Motion carries. Thank you so much, Michelle, for joining us this evening. You can feel free to exit the meeting. Don't feel like you have to stick around unless you want to. And the full council will take up this matter at 7 p.m.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. I look forward to serving the city.
Likewise, have a wonderful evening.
Thank you.
And next, I would like to welcome in, we have Ms. Susan Davis, Director of Human Resources, and Russell Carlstad, and this is for Director of Facilities, term to expire November 18th, 2023. And I would like to welcome Ms. Davis and Mr. Carlstad.
Good evening.
Good evening. Ms. Davis, we can't, we're not hearing your audio.
That better?
We can hear you now. Perfect.
Oh, sorry. I just love Zoom calls. Thank you, President Kushmerek and councilors. I think the mayor's having a little bit of technical difficulty here connecting, so I know he is planning to join us. But yes, we have Russ Carlstad here for his appointment for the Director of Facilities. And I believe you have his resume as well with the packet.
We do, absolutely.
Okay.
Mr. Carlstad, would you like to just briefly introduce yourself and maybe give us just a 30-second or 60-second overview of your credentials and past experience?
Certainly. I'm a Worcester native, relocated to Arizona. I'm back home again after the crash of 2008. I have been involved in construction, engineering, and architecture for the past 40 years until 2008, where the market led me into the field of facilities management, where I have really found my home. After designing buildings for all these years, it's nice to see how they end up. And I'm really excited about coming into Fitchburg and looking at the new town hall first, and the $24 million investment, and how to protect that moving forward instead of coming in here 20 years later and trying to repair it again. So it's a huge challenge to start something new like this. It's a huge challenge to go into old buildings and make them new, but I'm looking forward to it.
Cool. And I believe we have Mayor Natale, who also wanted to speak, who's just joined us. Mayor, good evening.
Good evening, Council President. Thank you. As you can see, you have the resume before you. It is, to say the least, impressive. Mr. Carlstad comes to us highly recommended. He sees the opportunities that exist here in the city of Fitchburg with the way we're moving forward with the projects in the pipeline, and the importance of his job in keeping us from situations that have been replete in our past with how we take care of our capital buildings. That's why Mr. Carlstad is coming on board, and he brings 30 plus years of experience in all aspects of facilities management. So, an unqualified, huge advance for the city of Fitchburg, and I hope you and the committee will agree that we're very fortunate to have him coming on board and becoming a part of the Fitchburg team.
Absolutely. I'll just second those same sentiments. I reviewed your resume and really impressed by your diversity of experience, and in particular, your most recent experience in the town of Clinton, and it's similar kinds of infrastructure as well throughout Fitchburg, and I think you'll see some similarities and certainly some differences, but glad to see too that you've had that municipal experience right here in North Central Massachusetts to bring to the table, and excited to continue those conversations about how best to protect and to further our capital assets that we have in our city.
Mr. President, can I add one more component that you may or may not have seen on his resume, something that really is unusual for someone in his field, but Mr. Carlstad also has experience as a planning board member in Bolton, and a conservation committee member, and a zoning board member in the town of Bolton. So he understands the that aspect of city government as well. So again, an added benefit certainly to the city. Thank you.
I'm a glutton for punishment.
Well, that's certainly one way of putting it. That's right. Yeah. In the words of Bruce Willis, welcome to the party, pal.
Right.
If I might add just a quick comment, he's so beyond excited to be joining our team that he's already been on site a couple of times, has already attended some trainings with the new state-of-the-art systems that we're getting, which I honestly I think is quite impressive for somebody that hasn't even officially been appointed yet. But he's going to bring an excitement and skill set to this position, as well as to City Hall, that many people are embracing, and he's going to be a great fit, within our culture and within the city. But again, I think that's kind of impressive that he's already been there, several times to already learn some of these systems and start, facilitating a successful move on December 14th. So.
Absolutely. With that, I have two counselors who are just looking to speak or ask questions. Councilor Green, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you. And I will say with a heartfelt welcome, we do welcome you to this community and to this city. It has been at times a hard-fought battle to get you here, and I want to commend your effort for sticking with it. And I think based on just your resume alone, without even meeting you in person, that we really are getting a bargain for our bang with what you bring to the table with your level of experience. And we literally will tap you out on all of those resources that you bring, because I mean, clearly, if you've done any tours of our building, old and new, you can see that we are up against some challenges with some of our buildings. So we are looking to you for your expertise on keeping us ever moving forward, so that especially our historic landmark buildings don't have to be demolished, or the buildings that are right on the edge of could be problematic for us, that you bring that to our attention so we can address that. So I am looking forward to working with you, hearing your overall assessment on our next steps to keep our city buildings preserved, and hopefully moving forward to an updated with some of these buildings. So I welcome you and look forward to your input on any and all of these buildings. So thank you for wanting to be here with us.
Thanks for that, and I hope to meet all your expectations.
Next, we have Councilor Van Hausen. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. So as I'm sure you're well aware, this is a newly created position for the city, and I'm so greatly encouraged that you are coming from a similarly newly created position for the town of Clinton in the same role. So I hope you have some experience going through this in creating this department and position, and I hope you put it to good use here in the city. Thank you very much.
Thank you again, and what I learned in Clinton will come through and be very helpful up here.
Great.
With that, I have a motion and second motion made by Councilor Fleming and a second from Councilor Walsh. We'll do this by roll call vote. Councilor Walsh.
Yes.
Councilor Fleming.
Yes.
Councilor Green.
Yes.
Councilor Van Hausen.
Yes.
And I am a yes. It is unanimous. Motion carries. Congratulations. Welcome aboard, and we will look to make this official at the full meeting of the City Council in about 5 minutes.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I will see you there.
All right, wonderful. We'll see you then.
Thank you.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and second to adjourn. We'll take this by unanimous consent unless there is any objection. We are adjourned. Thank you, councilors.
Thank you.